What is going on, everyone? This is kiodiekin and welcome back to the channel. So 2 weeks ago, Arcade1Up announced a brand new racing cabinet for their arcade line titled the Fast and the Furious Deluxe Arcade Machine. This unit is going to retail for about $599.99, and particularly one of the features that they did announce for this cabinet is that you would be able to link this cabinet up to 4 different people on a local area network play. However, it won't have online capability. So that may not essentially be the case, in all honesty. So let's go ahead and dive into it. You know what time it is.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy. Don't ever play with guns.
Alright, so a couple weeks ago, Arcade1Up announced their new arcade cabinet, Fast and the Furious Deluxe Arcade Machine. This unit is going to retail for $599, and you can only exclusively find this at Best Buy. Now, this is a very cool game. If you guys are familiar with going to like Dave & Buster's and some of the higher end arcades, they typically have this, and I believe this game came out back in 2002, 2003-ish. It is licensed by Universal. As far as the game itself being emulated, Raw Thrills, I believe, worked with Arcade1Up to port this game over. And as far as a home use, right now there is no home use unless you guys are planning on using something like Technopair. Now, I'm not too familiar with this game as far as emulation, but I do know that Technopair runs the game very decently. I'm not going to say is 100% accurate. We really don't have a lot of emulators with Raw Thrills, or Technopair or other competitors to really emulate a lot of Raw Thrills games to see exactly what it would look like. But based upon some of the other voices in the community, emulation does look a little bit off. But if you are into getting a racing cabinet, there have been some slight changes based upon some of the other videos I've seen out there. If you guys watch TechBuzz, him and a few other guests on his channel did allude that there were some slightly different changes made to this arcade cabinet. But this unit will have a 17-inch screen. It will run Fast and the Furious and Fast and the Furious Drift. I believe that was also part of the discrepancy, is that there are like some of the tracks, I know Kong mentioned it as well, that there are some of the tracks in this game that have been all put together. There's a lot of questions behind it because this game has been heavily modified based upon what this game can do and how it's originally released. Now, again, one of the main features for this cabinet is LAN play. Now, if you guys are familiar with LAN play, you'd have to have 2, 3, or 4 of these units to have a multiplayer competitive play in your home. And so you are able to hook up 4 of these different units on local area play for head-to-head play. So unfortunately, there isn't online capabilities. Now, however, that might not necessarily be the case. 20 years ago, I used to play on a program called Xlink Kai. And what this program does is it allows you to run a program on your computer, hook up your Xbox, your PS3, your Xbox One, the original Xbox, the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, pretty much any type of gaming console, even including the retropie or Raspberry Pi unit. You hook it up to your local area network through your home computer or your router, and while this program is running, it allows you to hook up multiple devices on your LAN. And while this program is running, it allows you to complete and play with other people from around the world. So essentially what it does is it tricks the unit into thinking that it is on a local area network. However, you are able to play with people around the world. I've used this program playing Halo over 20 years ago. In fact, I had pretty much kind of forgot about the name. In fact, when I first started using it, this was back during the time where it was kind of taboo. A lot of people were skeptical about paying for an online service. So I came across this program and I was able to play Halo 1 and other various games online through my Xbox One. I was not subscribed to an online subscription, but it's a very cool program that opens up the ability to play people on around the world, tricking the local area network thinking you're still in your home, but you can play with anybody you pretty much want. The only thing that you need to worry about is making sure that you have the same game. So for example, let's say back in the day, if you had Fortnite and then somebody has Xbox, and then somebody else had PS3 or Call of Duty. This was before a lot of the online services started offering cross-play compatibility. It doesn't matter what system you're on as long as they have the same type of game. Now, I did talk to one of the devs recently to find out what major changes has been updated, and I did express to them about the arcade cabinet as far as using a single board computer, and it should be possible to play Fast and the Furious online with multiple people using this program. In fact, this program really doesn't have any limits. In fact, even as of right now, they're still looking for additional testers and people to expand upon the possibility of what else it can be done. I've used this program again, like I said, over 20 years ago, and based upon the versatility, I'm really glad to see that it is still around, because it was one of the major advancements in technology, allowing you to play around the world with other people without having to worry about some type of online subscription. Now, I'm about 95% sure that this will be compatible with the Fast and the Furious cabinet. I know a lot of people aren't familiar with this program. It's probably an oversight by Arcade1Up. They probably aren't familiar with a program like this. But since the Fast and the Furious cabinet is capable to play on a LAN connection, I don't see why not, or why this program wouldn't work, allowing people to play online in a head-to-head fashion, unless there's something they have inside the system where is either bottleneck or something they have in their program restricting it. This program should work. So I will reach out to a couple of other content creators that I know that definitely already have this unit set up, and they're planning to do reviews this week. If you guys have seen some of my other posts, I did make a comment saying that it should be possible to network Fast and the Furious on a online fashion. Now, again, this program has been around for 20 years. I mean, in fact, even if some of these other online services, for whatever apparent reason, like Xbox or PlayStation Network, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Switch, or even Arcade1Up, if all of them just decide to turn off their servers for whatever possible reason, this is another viable option for all of the gamers in the communities to still be able to game online by tricking their system into thinking that it's on a local area network, but you're able to play with other people. But again, wanted to go ahead and put this information out there for you. I believe in testing, believe that everything definitely needs to be tested. However, if any of you are planning on getting this Fast and the Furious cabinet and want to see if this works or not, make sure you head on over to Xlink Kai's website. They also have a Discord. I've also been in contact with the devs. It is a growing community, and they're still wondering, like, why don't a lot of people, know what this program is. And even myself, I had forgot about it for quite some time. But yeah, you can use this with a number of different front ends and also OSs. It works for Linux, Mac OS, Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 7, and also Chrome OS. I'll be looking forward to seeing some of these video reviews. I do not have this particular unit. I do not plan on getting it. However, again, I have used this for a number of my gaming consoles, and I can vouch for the system. In fact, I even talked to one of the devs about possibly integrating this for retropie and also on Supreme Ultra. We'll see. Put this out there for you guys because I know some of you were interested in getting this unit, and if not, it is something cool to take around with to see if there is true online compatibility. So we'll see, but again, I'm about 95% sure that this should work. Some of the other devs said that they wouldn't see why it wouldn't. Again, unless Arcade1Up put something in there that prevents this from happening, you should be able to play online head-to-head through a local area network, but tricking it, running everything into your personal computer, being able to access and play with other people from around the world. So with that being said, I will stay tuned. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll keep you guys posted if there are any changes or any developments, and I will chat with you soon. Peace out and have a good afternoon.